Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In our last video, I talked about the case for Guild Wars and why I love it so much and why you should play it also. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a character, and I'm going to do that by actually creating a new character of my own. I have played these two characters for almost a year now. They're both level 80, they're progressing along well. And I'm going to create a new one today, though. Just a reminder, Guild Wars 2 is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game and MMORPG. And it's put out by ArenaNet. It's set in the world of Tyria. And the game revolves around the re-emergence or the reawakening of the Elder Dragons, which are terrorizing the world. And you and your peers are there to put a stop to that and to defeat evil throughout the world. Noble causes for everybody. So after you buy your Guild Wars 2, or after you get the free version and you download the 20 megs or 20 gigs of content that comes with it, and you wait for a day to do so, and you start it up, you're going to be greeted with this screen. Except for it'll have nobody on it, and you have to create a new character. Now, I believe when you first start it up, you're going to have to choose a world selection, and you can see that these are the different worlds. And I'm on Maguma, and this is going to come into play if you're interested in world versus world. If you're not interested in world versus world, you're not going to have to worry about it much. You can transfer over and you can do different things like that. But it's not the end of the world, so you can choose whatever world you want to get on at first. Once you're done with that, you will be greeted with this screen here, and you'll be prompted to create a character for yourself. And so let's do that with me real quick. Now, I've already decided a few things about what I'm going to do. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is choose what race you're going to be. Now, there are 5 playable races that you can choose for your character in step 1. And this determines your starting area, your home area. It determines your personal story, your racial skills, and then basically differences in lore and stuff like that. So it doesn't really matter, especially if you're doing your first character. It really doesn't matter who you choose. But here are the races. You can be a human. So humans are not native to Tyria. They were brought there by the human gods. They are settlers in this strange land. Okay, they were not native to Tyria, the world, at all. They were brought from a different place. Char, we don't know really much about where they come from. They are very warlike creatures. They're typically larger build characters with with an animal face. Usually it's a ferocious animal face. The Asura come from underground. They originate from deep under the earth, and actually the Asurans were pushed to the surface by the awakening of the Elder Dragon Primordius. Now, we're not sure if Primordius is actually awake or not yet, but he stirred, and then they came up to the surface. The Silvari are not they are basically creatures of plant. Their home starting space is the pale tree from which they're budded off of, I guess, is how you do that. They exist within within what's termed the dream. Now, the Silvari are very closely tied to the Elder Dragon Mordramoth, but they're not slaves to Mordramoth. Not all of them, anyway. The Asuran, let me backtrack for a second. The Asuran are very concerned with the eternal alchemy, which is kind of the magic within the world. And then we have the Norn. The Norn are very close to in appearance to humans, but they're much larger in terms of build and size than them. They came from the north of Tyria, and they were driven south by Jormag, the ice dragon. Yeah, and that's kind of it. You can learn a lot more about the different races, if you explore some of the lore. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to be a Norn, and then, and I'd already decided all this. And let's see, we're going to go to next. This is 1 of 10. There's 10 things here. So we can either be male or female. Now, so I think I'm going to be male this time around. And so the next time I'll be a female. No, you know what? I'm going to be female. I like the female Norn. They're really cool looking. So we're going to do that. Now, you have all your different professions. And these are ranged in kind of rows of what type of person they are. So the top 3 professions here are the warriors, or the soldiers, I guess. If you look at the wiki, they're the soldiers. The next one are the adventurers. And then the bottom 3 are the scholars. And they're balanced around each other. But let's see here. There's the warrior. Warriors are masters of martial skills. The guardians are specialized in protective and defensive magic. The revenants manipulate energy from the mists. Rangers, which has been my favorite so far, proficient with the bow. They have a pet with them. Thieves are adept at stealth, and then engineers are the technological things, and they'll set bombs, and they're very physical in what they do, or very technological in what they do. The necromancers are masters of the dark arts, so they summon the dead. The elementalists are interested in the natural forces, so what, water, wind, sun, and earth, I think, something like that. And then the mesmers are the masters of the maestros of mirage. They wield mental magic. I had already decided I was going to be a Norn elementalist, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I debated on whether to go with mesmer or necromancer too, but I think I'm going to be an elementalist. I've been a warrior, I've done a ranger, and now I'm going to delve into the scholarly professions. So let's do that. And then the next bit is to create a physical, the physical appearance. Now, the physical appearance, of course, is just, it has no bearing on the gameplay or anything like that. But let me do this and I'll come right back to you, okay? And then we'll see what I come up with. Okay, here is what I've come up with. I have got a very pale... How come I can't do that? A very pale person with that kind of a hairstyle. I thought it looked a lot like Ahsoka Tano from Star Wars, so I thought that was cool. She's, I don't know, she's pretty medium build and stuff like that. And then the choice of dyes, I went with things that were, that I felt like were elemental dyes, and hopefully, I don't know, this might not work. You know what, let me change a couple things around. I'll be right back. Okay, this is what I went. I just made the red parts darker, so they don't stick out as much. Anyway, so this is kind of my, I went with colors that I felt like were kind of elemental colors and stuff like that. So I think that'll be pretty cool. She's pretty colorful, I think. Other than she is kind of an ice princess type thing, blue. Her blue. There we go. That'll work. Okay. So the next thing is the background, or the biography. So the first question depends their profession-dependent aesthetic aspect of your character. So I study all the elements, but I wear a gem that symbolizes my love of earth, fire, water, or air. Now, I don't think that as a Norn I would be too interested in. I think I would be interested in fire. Being from the cold climates, I'm going with fire because I don't think that I'd be too interested in water because, again, being from the cold climates, everything is frozen. So let's do fire. And fire's hunger, its destructive burns, manage respect. It immolates and clears the path for new growth. Good. Okay. The next questions. The second question determines the character's personality, which affects how NPCs react to it. So, I'm charming. No one can resist me when I'm at my best. I'm ferocious. Threatening violence gets me further into than anything else. And I'm dignified even when up to my ears in mud. It's what makes people respect me. I'm going to go with dignity. I think that she's going to be a little bit, well, I don't know. I don't know how much this will determine anything, really. I've not noticed it on any of my other characters determining too much stuff. So we're going to go with dignity. Okay, so the final three questions determine the personal story of the character, questions relating to the character background. Now, there may be things in here that you can do that will affect you if you're really trying to get a specific build or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna just choose a few things. So the most important quality that I have is that I have the necessary strength to defeat ancient foes, cunning to protect spirits, and intuition to guard the mists. I'm going to go with intuition because that seems to be, this is a scholar person. I'm going to go with cunning. At a recent celebratory moot held in Holbrack, I blacked out, got in a fight, lost an heirloom. I'm going to go with lost an heirloom. I don't think she would get into a fight, and I don't think she would black out. She's got too much discipline for that. When I was still a kid, I had a vision. A spirit of the wild spoke to me and offered its guardianship. That spirit was... Okay, so with the Norn, they worship different things, different animals. And in Holbrack, you'll see all these different animals represented for them. And so bear is the powerful one, snow leopard is stealthy, wolf is cunning, and raven, of course, is smart. And that's the one I knew that I was going to choose is raven. So there we go. Now, I've got to come up with a character name, and I have lost the one I was going to do, so give me just a second to come up with this. Hold on. Okay. Kaia Dawnrider. I think that sounds pretty good. So we're going to go with that. And that's it. That's character creation right there. So the next thing that we're going to do is jump into our tutorial mission. Now, your tutorial mission basically kickstarts your personal story, which is a good thing. It's a very low-level fight. I believe you get a boss at the end of it that you have to defeat. Well, again, is very, very low level, very safe, and it's basically to teach you the beginnings of your trait lines. You don't have all your skills. You don't have all of your abilities yet. So this is just the beginning for you. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, and we'll call this good then.
I am Norn, hunter of the wild, born of the free and rugged Shiver Peak Mountains. In the far north, my people fought our greatest enemy, Jormag, a dragon of frost and snow. The dragon broke our pride, but it did not break our spirit. In our last hour, we heard the voices of 4 of the spirits of the wild: bear, raven, snow leopard, wolf. They called us south, away from certain annihilation, we founded the Great Lodge of Holbreck and claimed new hunting grounds. Some say we should not fight Jormag. I say the greatest risk is to wager nothing at all. One day, a hero will lead us home, and we will break the dragon's icy grip. Victory, like any prey, must be hunted. I trust my instincts, the voice of my soul, to guide the way. Like my ancestors before me, I seek glory. One day, I will take my place among the heroes of the Norn. The spirits of the wild whisper their secrets to my heart. I trust in fate and follow where instinct guides me, and it has never led me wrong. I am still untested, but already my deeds have earned me friendship and great respect. Each year, a great hunt is called in Holbrook. Only the best among us are invited to participate. With bravery and a little good fortune, I will collect trophies to prove my worth. Then I will drink and boast of my victories. I accept this challenge. I relish it. Come, danger. Come, adventure. In the lodges and halls of my people, fortune and the spirits will smile upon my legend. This is my story.
Okay. So that's a little introductory to our hero. And the next thing is this tutorial. So now the other two tutorials I've started off with, or the other two characters, they were involved in fights. So let's find out if that happens here. It almost looks like it doesn't. So, you know, you get your getting around your WASD key. Again, you've got everything is locked. These, as you progress through the game, will unlock for you. Let's see. So let's go ahead and hit that and get going. Now, you'll notice on the little mini-map down here, there's a little kind of green star here. This is to tell you where to go and what to do. And then you've also got that up here as well. So, now we're not starting in Holbrook. We're starting in, where are we starting at? The opening area out here. So, let's go talk to camera control. You can hold down the right mouse button. Yep.
A great hunt. Each year when the season comes, fresh young hunters rise to the challenge.
Exhilarating, isn't it?
Okay, somebody else is in here with me. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and talk to this Thora blah blah blah. And we get a cutscene.
Hail, hero! Are you here to take part in this year's great hunt?
Of course I am. Just tell me what needs to be done and stand clear.
Hunt down the wildest animals you can find and take trophies from your kills. Present only the finest to Ido the Tanner to prove your worth.
Okay.
Whoever has the best trophy and whose bravery is the greatest will be invited to join the great hunt. Newt Whitebear has said this season's event will be one of the most dangerous, so be ready. I've even heard the renowned heir Stigulkin might attend.
I look forward to impressing them both, after I've earned my place in the hunt.
Hunt and collect a trophy from a dire boar. Oh, missed it. But I can tell what's up here. From a dire boar, owl griffin, sire, or minotaur skull. So we're going to go out here, and we're going to see what trouble we can get into. Now, I've got, yeah. So I've got these things, so I can go over here from a dire boar. Yep, there's the third one up there. So let's just go to the nearest one, I think, which is this first one here. And capture ourselves.
Watch where you're planting those big feet. You almost stepped in my trap.
Kill the dire boar. Okay. Present your trophy to the tanner. So now, see we had the green diamond down here. Now it's going to be up here, so let's go get that. And this is a good way to tell where you're at within your instance. So this is, right now we're not on the main map, I think. We're in an instance. I think we're in an instance, yes. And you'll notice because I won't be able to leave the instance without getting kicked out of it. But I guess other people are here with me.
Hurry up, Ido. I want to get to the moot before Kettle Keg Drainer drinks all.
Okay.
Hail, Hunter. I'm the local leather worker. Ido's the name. Show me your kills, and I'll make them into trophies you'll be proud to show at the moot. Pricking, singing, and boasting. I love a good old-fashioned moot. Others save their parties for holidays, but I say every day alive's worth celebrating. Hey, Newt, look at this impressive trophy. Worthy of the great hunt, I'd say.
Indeed. You are skilled enough to defeat your prey, and wise enough to revere their spirits. You are worthy to join in this year's great hunt. By my own hand, I've brought the mighty worm Isormir. He waits above in the plateau for one such as you to challenge him. The great heir Stagalkan watches over him now, waiting for the hunt to commence. When it is time, you and the others will go to the high ground, over the valley. There you will face Isormir, and claim victory, if you can.
I can and I will. This is where my legend begins.
Okay, so Heir Stagalkan is a member of Destiny's Edge, and Destiny's Edge is a group of characters, NPCs basically, that have formed to defeat Zaitan, the Dragon of the Undead. So she is very revered in the lore of Guild Wars 2. She's a Norn warrior. I believe she's a warrior. Now, so let me get back to here. So now you see that I've got an arrow, and basically that arrow is just saying, go through here. And so we're going to follow this. And I'm going to accompany Heir on the Big Great Hunt. So see that arrow turned into a diamond up here.
Walk with the pack. In the eyes of Wolf, we are all brothers and sisters.
And so this is the Isormir. It's a battle.
Slaughter the enemy!
Oh, got interrupted. So I'm just spamming my 1 key. I can heal myself. And that's it. And then we get to finish him off. Again, this was a very, very easy little fight. It's the lowest level you could possibly be. You won't die. I guess I could try dying and find out, but let's see here.
What a hunt. I heard about your victory. Very impressive.
Thank you. It was a hard-fought battle, and I'm proud of my partner.
It wasn't a hard-fought battle.
An excellent beginning to your legend, friend. You know, a lot of folks around here have problems that need solving. A slayer like you could be a big help. Putting your skills to work sharpens them, and helping others wouldn't hurt your reputation either. Think of the glory.
I will seek out these problems and solve them. Then we will see how my legend grows.
Okay. Since I completed an instance thing here, I get a reward. So I get a dull dagger to replace the dull knife that I have. So let's go ahead and accept it. And I've learned a skill, which is Drake's Breath. And so it's spray a cone of fire at foes while on the move. Nice. Okay. So, and then of course you see the cooldown that happens from that. On your first skill, there's almost never any cooldown. And you can do what's called auto kill on this too, so or auto attack on there. Now, this is great because look here. I have a little golden diamond right here, which means that I have leveled up. So now I am level 2. So I have some attributes that I can access. I have my hero panel that I can get into, and my weapon 2 skill was unlocked for me. So that is great. Then the next thing that it shows is when I hit level 3, I get a new profession skill unlocked, which will be, I believe, here. Yeah. Oh, the level will be at level 5. I can get fine equipment at level 6. I can get my personal story unlocked again at level 10. And I get 5 hero points at level 11. So, even though I just completed part of my personal story, the next part needs me to be a little bit more advanced than I was. So, that'll be the next, when I hit that next level, then my personal story will unlock for me and I can move forward in it a little bit. That is character creation. Now I'm back in the regular world, you can see. And I don't know where anything is at. You'll see that a lot of... I wonder why that... Why is Shaymore? Why do I have access to Shaymore? Interesting. Do I have access to other things? Oh, I can jump into... Looks like I can jump into one of the first spots in everywhere. That's interesting. But I'm not going to. I'm going to... You can see that the map is largely unexplored for me. So I really can't get anywhere at this point. So that's it for this tutorial. That is character creation and starting your first little bit. And the next one will be, we'll start playing the game and go from there. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, you can subscribe or just come play with me in the game. That would be the best of all. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.